Hey, good evening. It is Sunday Night Thoughts for Sunday, May 10th of 2020. It has been 49 days since the last time we had church, 7 weeks since the last time we had church. Well, the last time we had church, it was the third Sunday in Lent. It is now the fifth Sunday in Easter. So it's kind of been interesting as we kind of continue to go through this whole pandemic and this crisis. And I know that for many, it it's getting these are the hard days, and trust me, I understand completely. But we had a good time of worship this morning. One of the things that we did worship wise is I as many as I could find on Facebook, kids of parents who attend our church. The parents attend our church, but their kids have moved different places. One of the things about Eldred is that Eldred's not a place that once you go to high school and college, you're probably going to come back to. It suffers like many small communities, rural communities across the Northeast and the Rust Belt. There's a lot of brain drain here. So you go to college and you don't return. And so many of the kids that are connected to our family have moved to different places. And so today we had them send in videos. And so as part of the online service this morning, we had them give their Mother's Day greetings, which is really cool. I'd seen other churches do different things like that. I thought it was pretty cool for to see our people. And it was a surprise. I didn't tell anybody we were doing it, so it was kind of cool. Uh, the big news this weekend would have been that James graduated from Houghton College, as you can see on my shirt, wearing the T-shirt proudly today. James graduated yesterday with a degree in political science, and it's kind of a cool thing, especially as we look at what's happening in the world today. Really proud of all the students from Houghton College. They kind of finished up the year in a very unique way, and so we had an online baccalaureate service on Friday night, online graduation yesterday, and so it was bittersweet to kind of finish up that way. But James congratulated him on a great job this morning during our service, and we prayed for him. And so we have that. It's been good. We continue to do our weekly Zoom meetings with our kids from Kids Club. That's always been fun. And as I mentioned in the message this morning, not only do we get the local kids from Kids Club, but we also get a chance to talk to our grandkids during that. So I love technology. Been kind of getting used to this whole standing in front of a screen to teach and to talk, and learning how to do that more often. But we had a National Day of Prayer service. We had some technical difficulties, but I wasn't too concerned about that. We had some streaming issues coming out of our house. Internet was really bad. So the first part of the service was kind of technically, but we got through the first part, and it was very good. Just a wonderful spirit. I wish I would have recorded the whole service because we take Zoom and we stream to Facebook Live. And if I would have had to stream, what I would have done, if I would have recorded the Zoom call, we could have then taken that and put that online. Been really cool. Let's see. And then this week we get ready for baccalaureate for the Otto Eldred Ministerium. The seniors here in the school district are getting ready to graduate, and so we're going to record a service on Saturday and then broadcast it via Facebook Live and YouTube. That on Sunday evening, when we would originally have planned to do the baccalaureate service. So that's kind of in the works this week, and I'm going to be preparing some messages about what God has been laying on my heart. Um, God has been laying some deep things, not only for our church, but God's been laying some deep things on my heart about what He wants to see out of me. And so next Sunday I'll be sharing over the next 2 weeks as we get ready to Pentecost is coming up in just 3 weeks, 3 Sundays from now. And so I want to share what God's been kind of putting on my heart for that. This has one of the good things is my good friend over in the Jamestown area. He's a Wesleyan pastor and a fellow runner, and he kind of helped get me back on track. I was kind of slacking through the coronavirus, and over the last week, matter of fact, May has been a fantastic month. Already have 46 miles of walking and running in May on the 10th. Man, I'd love to double that and get up there I'd love to get up in the 120, 130 miles, both walking and running. If the weather would cooperate, the weather's doing some weird stuff. Saturday morning went out when it was freezing cold. It was like 26 degrees and a little bit of a wind chill, and I was bundled up in a sweatshirt and all that, but it was kind of fun, especially once the sun came out. The last 2 miles, going for a 6 miler, nice long run for me of late. 4 miles has kind of been my limit, so I'm trying to get up so that I can do weekends, do 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd like to get up into the double digits, 11 and 12, but I got to conquer the lower mileage right now. But that's kind of the week in a nutshell. Starting to think about this past on the 8th, our counties, 24 counties up here in north central, northwestern Pennsylvania, went from red phase, which meant stay at home completely, to yellow phase, which means prepare for reopening and use caution. And so we're getting thinking about, okay, how do we make the next steps to be able to worship together? Plus, I'm working on a cool little project in that regard too. So you'll see. Maybe I'll be able to share that here in a couple weeks. But I think that's about all I have for tonight. If this were a written one, this would have taken a half hour to write, and it would have been a couple paragraphs long. But you all have a great week. Looking forward to what God has in store this week. And one of the things as we finish up tonight, one of the things that God's really been sharing with me is this idea of R-E. And one of those is revival, renewal, rethink. There's a couple other, reimagine. And one of the things that God has really spoken to me is, what does it mean to be the church? And I want to. That's where somewhere the messages are going to go over the next few weeks. This idea of rethink, reimagine, retool as we begin a new. As we don't return to normal, as we return to what God really is desiring of us. So you have a great week. Love you. God bless you.